heartbreaking and disturbing tragedy out of North Carolina. A 5-year-old boy shot dead while riding his bicycle by his family's home on Sunday. Canon Hinnant was playing with his 2 young sisters when police say a neighbor, Darius Sessoms, walked up to the boy and shot him in the head at close range. His siblings witnessing this horrific act. Sessoms has been charged with first-degree murder. A motive has not been determined, but police say it was not random. Today, the community just held a memorial in the boy's honor. And joining us now is Canon's father, Austin Hinnant. First of all, Austin, please allow me to express our deepest condolences to you and your family. We are so sorry for your tragic loss. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us tonight.
Thank you.
Austin, I can only imagine how difficult this is for you, for your entire family, especially Canon's young siblings.
Yes, ma'am. It's been very tough for my 2 daughters.
This is such a horrific loss, and the suspect is someone that you know?
Yes, ma'am. We've been neighbors for 8 years.
Describe your relationship with Sessoms. Have you had any contact with him in the past?
We had just been cordial neighbors like anybody else. We'd speak when we saw one another, and he may walk over and talk to me for a few moments, vice versa. I did offer him to have dinner with me the Saturday, the day before the shooting, and he had dinner with me, so I'm not sure what led up to this event.
So you say the 2 of you did have dinner prior to this shooting?
The day before, he was in his truck or in his car, and he looked like he had a lot on his mind, and I was cooking chicken on the grill, so I invited him into my home because we had extra food, as we're supporters of God, and I just told him that God tells us to love our neighbors. So,
can you describe his personality, his demeanor the night that you saw him?
The night that we had dinner together, his demeanor was fine. We shared a beer together on the front porch as the chicken cooked, and once it was done, him and I both went in and made a plate along with my fiance and my 3 children. My fiance sat with my 3 children at the kitchen table while me and him sat on the sofa at the coffee table.
And what was your conversation like with him?
He seemed to be paranoid that he thought a lot of people were trying to set him up. I think he may have had some dealings, and I know he had a prior record, so I don't know exactly what it was about, but I felt like he was paranoid about somebody setting him up.
Setting him up for what?
Just trying to get him caught, because like I said, he has a record. I'm not sure what his dealings were, but that's what he told me he felt about the people that he was with Friday night, the night prior to us having dinner.
Take us back to those terrifying moments. So many are just shocked that someone would kill an innocent little boy.
Oh, man. It was unreal. We started our day off by going to Wave Church in Wilson, where we've been going for the past year and a half, and we followed up with lunch at a local Mexican restaurant that we love. Went home, and we were lazy for about 2 hours as my little sister, Canon's cousin, Jaden, had come over. And they played inside as my fiance took a nap, and I ended up dozing off on the couch for a bit myself. And around 4:45, 5 o'clock, I woke up and went to check on my fiance. She was awake. I got her up out of bed, and we moved along into the living room, and we were bombarded with the children wanting to go outside to play. They all wanted to go ride their bikes and enjoy their Sunday afternoon just like any other Sunday. And it wasn't 20 to 30 minutes later, I heard the gunshot while I was inside on my Xbox, and I flew out of my front door. And the first thing I see is my son laying on the ground, and it crossed my mind that maybe he had just fell off his bike. As I got closer to him and I just scooped him up in my arms, I realized how big of a deal it was, how horrific it was. I had to scoop my son up and hold him in my arms as blood ran down my arm. And all I could do was pray to God.
And his sisters were there to witness this whole thing. I can't even imagine. Police are, of course, investigating this incident. What are they telling you now?
I haven't heard anything from the detectives in a day or two. There's a lot of rumors going around, but about what he says, why he done it. But I know the truth, and whether he's willing to admit it or not, we'll find out when the trial comes.
No parent should ever have to bury a child. Austin, can you tell us a little bit about Cannon and how your family will remember him?
Cannon was a loving child. He loved going to church. He lit up any room that he walked into. I mean, any store that we were in, he would talk to a stranger. It didn't matter the race, or whether they were male or female, old or young. He loved everyone. And he would ask that we all come together in his name and try to unite this country, start to love one another.
Austin, thank you so much for sharing some of your time. And again, our hearts are with you and your family right now.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.